Okay, this meeting is called to order. Welcome to the January 14th, 2026 meeting of the City of Lake Forest Plan Commission. I am Mark Pasquesi, Chairman of the Commission. At this time, I would like to ask members of the Commission to introduce themselves, starting from my far right.
David Hunt.
Lisa Nearing.
Jamie Moorhead.
Louis Pickus.
Paul Thomas.
Thank you. And from city staff, we have Miss Kathy Cerniak, Miss Susan Thomas, and Mr. Louis Prado. All right, first item of business is approval of the minutes from the November 12th, 2025 Plan Commission meeting. I don't anticipate this to take long, as that meeting certainly didn't take long. So who would like to, or first let me ask, are there any questions, amendments, changes to the minutes? If not, I would ask for a motion.
Motion to approve the minutes from November 12th meeting.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to approve the minutes of November 12th, 2025 Plan Commission meeting are approved. Moving on, next item on the agenda is a request for a recommendation in support of a special use permit for a new real estate office, RE/MAX Premier Luxury Collection, in first floor tenant space at 280 East Deer Path. This space was previously occupied by a different real estate office. The property owner is Arcade on Deer Path, LLC, the Altunian family members, presented today by Bobby Fisher, managing broker. At this time, I will ask for a declaration of conflicts of interest by ex parte contacts. I would like to acknowledge that I'm affiliated with Jameson Sotheby's International Realty, but I think I can objectively evaluate this petition. Any other declarations? Okay. Hearing none, I will move on to swearing of the parties. If you expect to present on this petition, please stand and I will swear you in. All right. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly declare and affirm that the testimony you are about to give or have previously given is true and correct to your best knowledge? Yes. Very good. Please step up to the microphone and introduce yourself. Oh, press the button.
Sorry. One more time. Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
We're good.
I'm Bobby Fisher. I'm with RE/MAX Premier. I was brought on to spearhead the North Shore Division. You may or may not know, we took over the Compass office at 280. They are still next door to us. It was an adjacent space. I don't know if anybody, I know you probably are familiar. And we're actually subleasing from them. Am I supposed to hold on to this? Continue pushing this?
No.
I can let go?
Yep.
Okay. So let me see. They did a little slideshow for me. RE/MAX Premier Luxury Collection is a real estate company. It's been in business since January of 2011. Janice Corley is the owner of this RE/MAX Premier. She owns 5 offices. So offices located in Burr Ridge, Chicago's Gold Coast, Hyde Park, and Old Town, and then now the one here that's down the street and also in Glencoe. So these are questions that were asked of Janice, and so we're just reiterating it. Since it's post-COVID, not really many of the agents come to the office. A lot of them are working out of their house. So it's been our experience in all of the offices that I even think 20 is a little high, but Janice put 20 on the average. There's 20 agents at one time in the office. I think that's really high. But that's what we put down. Most agents work from the home and are in and out. And yes, the agents understand that there is a parking lot here over here, and we've been telling them that they need to park over there. I did not know there was permit parking because I have been moving my car, but now that I spoke to Kathy and I know that there's permit parking, I will get one for me and our office staff. The hours of operation are from 9 to 5. They put here that occasionally a few agents will work later hours. That's not been my experience in any of the other offices. So, but if that happens, it'll be very little. And then the majority of our agents are very experienced agents. And we don't have a lot in this particular office, although we just brought on a team from Compass, and they're pretty experienced. They're over 10 years. They're 20 plus years in the business. I think that's it for my slideshow.
Okay.
Do you have specific questions?
No, I think at this time we'll have identification of issues by staff, and then we may come back with some questions. if we have-
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Thank you very much.
Chairman Pasquazi and Commissioners, this is really before you today because special use permits are not transferable from business owner to business owner. The use of this space has been a real estate office for something like the last 10 years. So the use isn't changing, and therefore the criteria isn't really impacted by the change in use. It shouldn't impact things like traffic or parking as covered in the staff report. So you'll find that staff finds the criteria to be met for a special use permit, and we support the special use permit. Thank you.
Very good. I have, well, at this time, we'll go with questions and requests for clarification from commissioners to petitioner or staff. And I'll start with just a simple question. I know, Louis, you mentioned that special use permits are non-transferable between businesses. Is there a reason they're non-transferable between the same type of business? Like, it kind of seems like this is already a real estate office, this is a real estate office. Is there a reason they're not transferable within the same type of business?
Of course, there's a reason. The ordinances are written to a specific business owner, a specific business. Those ordinances, the owners then have to sign a consent form, unconditional consent form, acknowledging the conditions of approval, and then that ordinance is recorded with the county. So it's very specific to those who signed the ordinance.
Very good, thank you. Any other questions by commissioners?
I just have a kind of a quick one, probably for staff. The space right now is not occupied, is that correct?
It was most recently occupied by Compass. It will be occupied by Remax.
Okay, so Compass is moving to the space adjacent?
Correct. They closed the hole in the wall. You know, they used to have their pass-through.
Yeah, yeah.
That other office, I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But anyway, so yeah, with the green awning. So they're right next to us. They closed the wall.
I see, okay. So there'll be two separate offices now?
Right, they'll remain in the 284 space.
Got it, okay. Just want to clarify, thank you.
Were there any issues with the prior special use permit holder from the city's perspective?
No.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right. At this time, I'll open up for public testimony. Okay, hearing none, we will move on. Final questions? Hearing none. Commission discussion and comment. Anyone want to start?
I support it. It appears to satisfy the special use permit requirements, and it appears to be, basically the same use as before, and it's been a good use over the years, so I support it.
Yeah, same. I'm supportive as well. I don't see any issues here that might be objectionable.
Yeah, same here.
Same here.
Okay. Would anyone like to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Jamie, Mike.
Thank you. Motion to approve the special use permit for Remax Premier Luxury Collection at 280 East Deer Path, subject to, in accordance with the staff report and recommendation dated January 14th, 2026, together with all plans attached to the staff report and all testimony, oral and written.
I'll second that.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? None? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is a request for a recommendation in support of a special use permit for a dental clinic in first floor at the north end of the building at 580 Bank Lane. Property owner is 2600 Central LLC, Paul Svigos, presented by Michael Durlacher, attorney, Dr. W. Brian Ross, Ross and Barrett Family Dental, and Betsy Gensberg, architect. At this time, I would ask for a declaration of conflicts of interest and ex parte contacts.
I don't think it's an issue, but he's my dentist. I go there for cleanings. I've been going to Dr. Durrett, and then Dr. Ross came on, so I've known him for years.
Okay. Thank you. Any others? All right, thank you. At this time, anyone that intends to speak on this motion, please stand so I can swear you in. Very good. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly declare and affirm that the testimony you're about to give is true and correct to your best knowledge? I do. Thank you. All right. At this time, who is going to present? Okay, very good. Step up to the microphone, introduce yourself, and begin.
Good evening. My name is Brian Ross. I'm the owner of Ross and Durrett Family Dental. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you this evening, and I appreciate the time and consideration provided by the Community Development Director Kathy and the staff at the City of Lake Forest. My dental practice is a third-generation family-owned dental office that has served Lake Forest residents since the 1970s. I joined the practice in 2018 and formally established Ross and Durrett Family Dental in 2021. Today, we provide dental care to more than 1,900 Lake Forest residents from our current location less than a mile away on Western Avenue. I'm here requesting a special use permit to allow us to relocate and operate a family dental office at 580 North Bank Lane in the Central Business District. We would be a long-term tenant, and we see this move as a long-term investment in downtown Lake Forest and the community we already serve. All right. The proposed location for Ross and Durrett Family Dental will be on 580 North Bank Lane with the entrance on the east side of Bank Lane between Illinois and Western. Here the site plan shows that the dental office is located on the first floor of the building, north side. And this is a floor plan that was designed for efficiency to accommodate a modern family dental practice with 11 treatment rooms, a dental laboratory, offices, staff lounge, and waiting area. To give some context to the locations, I'll show some photos. So this is as it currently is, and you can see where we would be occupying. Here's straight from the front on Bank Lane. The entrance would be where the arrow is pointing there, which is already an entrance. And then this is the other corner. Our practice operates by appointment only during standard weekday business hours and is closed on weekends. On the first Friday of the month, the office closes early at 2 p.m. During peak times, we typically see 5 to 7 patients at once, and with staff present, total on-site occupancy is approximately 14 to 18 people. We're very mindful of the parking in the downtown area. Our lease provides one dedicated on-site parking spot, and employee parking will be actively monitored and restricted. My staff is not going to be permitted to park on Bank Lane directly in front of the building or in the lots across the street. This policy will be enforced internally and monitored on an ongoing basis. Employees instead will be using the remote parking options, including the lot here at Oakwood and Deer Path, and other municipal parking areas east of the railroad tracks. Patient appointments are staggered throughout the day. Patients will be able to use available parking on the street and upper level of the municipal lot across the street. And because visits are scheduled and spread out, there is no concentration of arrivals or departures at any one time. Our dental office is a quiet, low-impact professional use that fits naturally within the existing mix of downtown businesses. We're not proposing any exterior structural changes or our office build-out will be constructed in compliance with applicable City of Lake Forest requirements with full permit and approved plans. Any signage will comply fully with city guidelines. The practice does not generate noise, odors, or late-night activity and is fully compatible with nearby residential, retail, and restaurant uses. I believe this relocation supports the city's comprehensive plan to strengthen a walkable, vibrant downtown while providing essential healthcare services to residents. For these reasons, I respectfully request your favorable recommendation for approval of the special use permit, including reasonable modification of parking requirements as outlined in our application. Thanks, and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. At this time, I will turn to staff for identification of issues.
Thank you, Chairman Pasquesi, members of the commission. This request is before you because dental clinics are considered special, are identified as special uses in the city code. The space proposed for occupancy by Dr. Ross and his clinic, or his office, is currently 2 tenant spaces. One is a salon and the other is a frame shop. As you know, the city does not have purview over landlord-tenant negotiations. We can't dictate, other than through the zoning code, who spaces are leased to. Both the salon and frame forum are service-type businesses. Both of those do have a retail component. The south half of the building is a non-retail use. I believe it's like a co-working shared office space. In the past, the space proposed for occupancy was a retail use. I believe the Outdoorsman was there a number of years ago. This space is not in the core area that's identified for retail. The level of activity, traffic generation, parking demand from the dental office appears to be reasonably similar to that which is generated by the salon and the frame forum. The criteria for special use permits are detailed in the staff report. Findings are presented, and there are 3 conditions. We certainly will work with Dr. Ross. There is interest in having the spaces that are not treatment rooms have views in, so that we don't have a complete screened out wall of windows. But we will have those discussions as screening is proposed. We do work with the owners. Similar to the Skin Care Center, which was approved by a former plan commission, patient rooms do need some screening, but we want to make sure there's some presence, pedestrian-friendly presence on the streetscape. Signage will go through our normal processes, as will build out of the space. I would be happy to answer any questions. Again, you do have findings in the staff report in support of this petition.
Very good. Thank you, Kathy. This time I'll turn to the commission for questions or requests for clarification to staff or petitioner. Sure, go ahead. Turn your microphone on.
Oh, sorry. A question, it's number 5 in your list of findings. Location of this non-retail, the location of this non-retail use in the central business district will not limit prime opportunities for real retail tenants. That's because of its location? Is that the basis of that
The
statement?
core area, Market Square and the immediately surrounding blocks are considered the core area, the prime areas for retail. The mix of retail and service businesses in the community has changed over time. But this is a bit away from that immediate core area. We do anticipate that this type of a use, which is currently, actually Dr. Ross's office is located far north on Western Avenue, bringing that use, his employees and his patients closer to the central business district is likely to generate traffic for restaurants or businesses. I'm sure after people see the dentist, they go to Sweets.
I know our staff does.
Right.
It'll be easier.
Okay, thank you.
I have two questions for the petitioner. The first is just curious what the motivation was for you to move offices from Western Avenue to this location.
I think the opportunity for growth and to be closer downtown, I think is a great, excellent opportunity growing out of our current space.
Great. And then just more curious, do you have any sense of how many of your patients are Lake Forest residents?
When we looked at the most recent numbers, it's upwards of 1,900
Okay,
are Lake Forest residents. Yep.
great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Sure, go ahead.
Couple questions. In here, this is for the city, that you had mentioned that you're going to be purchasing and implementing license plate reader software possibly that could help in terms of for the parking. What's the timeline on that? Is that like a year out, 2 years out?
The city council has discussed the purchase of license plate reader software because chalking of tires is no longer permitted. There was a court decision that no longer allows that to occur. City council has not yet approved this year's budget, so I can't say for sure.
Okay.
But it is something we're looking at. One of the most frequent criticisms we get is that employees of businesses in the central business district are parking on the street, and that really, on-street parking is really intended for customers. So I can't say for sure if it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. I would hope it will be included in the next budget, and we would see our fiscal year starts May 1st, and we would perhaps see the purchase of that software shortly after that.
Okay, all right. Another question for you, Dr. Ross.
Sure.
Are you thinking of bringing more dentists into your practice, like other businesses? Out of curiosity.
Not in the near future. My wife's a dentist, and she may join us occasionally.
Okay,
But yeah, right now it's myself and one other doctor.
okay, because it looks like it's the same in terms of the amount of chairs that you'd have. It's just, it's more feasible. It's all in one location, and you could take, right, wasn't that, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and then I've got one more. I just had a question, and maybe this is not, on the one part, it's not page numbered. It was in terms of the request, it was saying that, however, additional tenant parking may be available during the applicant's operating hours on a non-reserved basis. I wasn't sure what that meant. Wasn't sure. I don't know who that was.
Are you able to speak to that?
Yeah, my understanding that the
Mr.
Coming up to the voters. Those watching from home can hear you. Of course.
Of course, thank you. This is Michael Derlacher, attorney for the petitioner. It's my understanding that there's some non-reserved spaces that are associated with the building and bank, and some of those might be available during business hours, because some of the residents that live in the building might not use them during the daytime.
Okay, all right. I was just kind of curious on that. And this probably doesn't affect this, but you know how on that building it has that front entrance there that's been like that from like the 70s or 80s? Are they going to be changing that at all or updating that at all? You know, that middle piece? I was just kind of curious because I just was wondering. I don't know who I can
Sorry,
add that to.
which entrance?
You see the middle part for the entrance, and I don't think this probably applies to you. It probably applies to the building person. I was just kind of curious if they're ever thinking of maybe updating that, because I remember that as a kid, and it's still the same.
I don't have any knowledge of that.
I just didn't know. I just was kind of curious because it would really be nice. So, thank you.
Kathy or Dr. Ross, the lot to the north, is that part of the building, or is that Old National?
I believe that's Old National.
It's all Old National, and that's private parking? Okay. Thanks. Just curious.
Any other questions? Okay. Hearing none, we'll open up for public testimony. Anyone here? All right. Moving on. Any final questions, or can we just jump into comments and discussion? All right. Who'd like to begin?
I don't have a problem with this. I think it's a really good idea, and It'll be really nice. It'll be nice for the community too, and it'll obviously generate more business for them, but it might bring more people in to Lake Forest, and then they'll shop because they're like, oh, I got to pick something up or whatever. So I think it'll be a win-win situation for the city and for Dr. Ross.
Yeah, I'm supportive as well. I think it's a good stable tenant, good, non-impact business. I think it'll be a good addition to the area.
I agree as well. I think I'm supportive of it. Seems like it meets all criteria, and I'm in favor of it. Unless anyone else has any thoughts or comments, I would seek a motion at this time.
I'll do it. Why not?
2 for 2.
Motion to approve a special use permit for the dental clinic at 580 Bank Lane, subject to in accordance with the staff report and recommendation dated January 14th, 2026, together with all plans and exhibits with the staff report and all testimony, oral and written.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. Congratulations. All right, at this time, we'll ask staff for an opportunity for the public to address matters not on the agenda. Okay? Hearing none, turn to staff to see if there are any additional items.
At this point, it does not appear that we have anything for the February meeting. We will confirm that. I think the submittal deadline is in the next week or so. But as we sit here tonight, we don't have any items.
Okay, very good. With nothing else on? Yeah, very good. Thank you. Anyone second?
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.